Boys and girls, man and woman. Now I'm pretty sure there's a medical condition for my brain. There's most likely a drug that I can take to stop my brain from going completely bonkers. Because when I start something, I just can't seem to stop. I'm drowning in ideas and solutions about many things in life. But about a year ago, I had an idea. And that idea got relocated to the part of my head that I don't use. But recently, somehow, my neurons decided to investigate more into that very thing. So I created cards for Echoes. Just like hockey cards or football cards. At first glance it was just for myself, and I made a few and showed them to my community. Which was a good idea. Now people wanted their own cards. Which was fine for the first few. But the more I did, the more people wanted their own. Without me knowing, or any planned intentions, I had started a kind of virtual collecting card thing. I call it AHSHEEVED card collection. Yeah, it's corny, but I was never good at naming stuff. So without any more explanation on how this started, let's talk about what it is and what you can do with it, if you find this interesting. Now the cards I made is from in-game items, stuff, players, or plain locations in Echoes, but not only. The future for these cards is not set, and some people say it can be a game, most likely, but I have never played a card game in my life and I do not know how they work. I just try to keep a structure when creating my cards. If a card is overpowered or doesn't make sense, then I feel it's just the beauty of it. My intentions is not to make a game, but I'm making some cool cards about stuff in Echoes. Now these cards comes in several versions and rarity. I have also planned some special edition cards in the future. Now the CV1 in the top right corner, it's the card version. This was the first cards that I made. There are 20 normal cards in each version, 1 or 2 rare cards, and 1 legendary card. So for example, my own card here. Here's the normal version, here's the rare one, and this is the legendary one. Another example is this enemy card here, as normal, and this one is rare. There is also special personal edition cards. These cards are normally made in the card version that is current at that time, and these cards do not count with the rarity limits, so some card versions might have several legendary or rare cards. But on my Discord you can see exactly how many cards that are in each version, so you know which ones you're missing, if you're trying to collect them all. To acquire a card is easy. Just ask someone who have a card to share it and you can take a copy. He might ask for a card in return, but this is the idea. I also give out free cards on my Discord for anyone to copy and collect. There's also a card popping out on my YouTube videos with a code below, pretty much like this one. And if you PM me that code on Discord, you will get that corresponding card. I'm also planning on including cards in my live streams and events that I hold on Echoes. You can also order cards, and more on that at the end of this video. So there's plenty of ways to get your hands on the cards, as well as tracking what cards you're missing. But be sure to treat your card as you value them yourself. Only show them if you have watermarked them or somehow. And only remove the watermark when you're sharing or trading them. This is so that people don't copy them without your consent. If it's a basic card, then it might not be that big of a deal, but if you want Captain Benzie's personal character card, then he might not give that out for anyone to copy just for nothing. Because we all know that in the collecting world, the less who have an item, the more value it might have. And as I said, another way to acquire a card is to order a personal one. And everyone who have a personal card made will get that specific card plus another card as a gift. That bonus card can be any type of my cards, even personal ones. It just can't be rare or legendary. I also have cards saved, so if you doubt that a card is fake, then you can always ask me. And just so you know, I would never straight up sell your personal cards for ISK to collecting people. They will either be lucky and win your card, or ask you personally to share yours. Because if you want your cards to be hard to get, then that should be up to you. So if you want a personal virtual card, then you have to contact me on Discord. My Discord is in the video description, Jump in, select the faction for access, then you will find me there as Sheev. And to order a card, you will have to answer me a few questions and provide me with 2 personal images. Now, when I first started this, I did get more pings than when Pantheon was about to break up. So I had a lot of cards to make. But I decided to limit the requests for cards as well as create a scarcity for them. So there is an ISK cost of the cards now. Because I do not want to spend all my time just making cards and not making videos like this. But if you're still interested, then personal normal character cards are very affordable in terms of ISK. But if you want your cards to be a rare one, then the prices quickly rises. The same for a legendary one. And trust me, no one would have liked if every other player have a legendary card. That kinda loses the point. So if you truly feel that your character deserves being a rare one, then you have that option. The same if you really want to stick out and make yours legendary. A note to add is that you will always get the normal card as well. So ordering a rare card will give you a normal one and the rare one. And ordering a legendary will get you a normal, a rare and the legendary personal card. That way you can brag about the rare card that you have or the legendary that you have, and you can trade the normal one to people. Or maybe use your rare one to get some really juicy cards. You get the point. And if you have more questions, then I will be on the New Eden radio this Sunday and hopefully go more in depth on these cards. And if you're not into cards, I'm sorry, but sometimes you just have ideas that you just can't let go. And I see you guys again.